Hello, everybody. Welcome to what was supposed to be episode 3 of Let's Play Dragon Warrior Monsters with Selenanil. Funny story. I finished recording the first 15 minutes, and then I said, alright, I'm going to go right through. I'm going to do the first dungeon. I'm going to record that. And about 2 minutes in, I was playing with Audacity, and somehow something happened. And I literally said, I hope that didn't cause an issue. And that's how long the video was. And I didn't notice. So I dropped capture, and so instead of just having Slib the Slime, we have a full team of monsters, and the first dungeon is completely finished. Uh, I considered redoing it, but this was after I had level grinded for about a solid hour and a half off camera. To get to the point where we could do the next part of the game. So I'll just briefly recap. We went through the dungeon. I complained about how you can't save during the dungeon, only in specific rooms, but really that adds to the challenge and it's super cool. I'm just a bitch. We rescued Hale, which was a heel slime that the current king used to have. Hale is now on the farm with Pulio. We got a dragon's egg. I can show you where we got the dragon's egg. So after we save Pulio's neck, prevent him from being executed, he's like, "Oh, gee, guys, that's real swell. You know what? There's a dragon over in the northwest, and if you go there, something good will happen." So we wandered over to the northwest part of the farm, and that dragon, vagina laid an egg on our head. If you step under it now, it takes a shit on you, and I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, so we finished the first dungeon, and then basically how this game works is that you need to beat levels of tournaments versus other masters. It's like a 3 round tournament. You win the tournament, you get a prize, and then more of the map unlocks, and the king allows you to fight harder bosses, harder dungeons. So right now we need to go do. This looks dangerous. Oh no! He's dead. He's fallen off the tree. Someone write that man's family. But no, this is. I would be caught. I would not be caught dead here. So there's the old man, if you know what I mean. That's not funny. That's not even a fucking joke. It's just an old man. So back there is where the arena is. In the second video, I mentioned tiny medals as a form of currency, and this old man is who you give medals to. He refers to himself as the Metal Man, and he collects medals scattered all over the world. And if you bring medals to him, he'll give you rewards. So far, I've brought him 2. He'll give me a Zapberg egg once I exceed 13. Um, I don't really know the plot behind that character. I think he's some sort of like previous monarch. He's actually implied to be important. But let's go to the arena and well, we'll just continue the story. So really cool stuff. Once you win some levels of the arena, something happens. For example, eventually, if you win some arenas, this guy will let you breed with one of his monsters. You win a few more, you'll be able to breed with someone else's. Monster is sleeping peacefully in the barrel. Nothing in it. I swear one of these got a tiny metal in it. Fucking found it. Uh, I love this game, and the world of this game really progresses. Like at some point, uh, hey now, I never realized the lady at the reception was old. I thought she was young and attractive. At some point, one of the guys in here is a foreigner from another kingdom, and he'll let you breed with a monster that is really hard to find in this world, but is common in his kingdom, stuff like that. Here's a game where you play rock, paper, scissors with that monster in the back. And if you all do it, it unlocks the Queen's Chambers, if I'm not mistaken. I think we can play it now. I don't remember the order. I believe we need to go rock, paper, rock, scissors. No, alright, so it's All right, so it's rock, paper, scissors. All right, 1 second. He always does the same combination. So just by trial and error, you can do it. At one point in my childhood, I did remember what that was. Oh no, it's rock, scissors, paper. All right. I don't see. This is really confusing because the thing they use for paper is the one that looks the most like a rock to me. All right, darn again. This guy is a sore fucking loser. There we go. Paper folds the rock. And then we go back to this. No, he goes to scissors again. Shit. Yeah, so this is to basically see the queen, and she gives you little side quests. All right, so it's rock, scissors, paper, scissors. There we go. And there's the queen, and this creepy dude who just is there. His name is Mick. I believe he's actually like the ultimate master. Like he's the champion of the Starry Shrine. I believe he's like the queen's chosen champion or some shit. Yeah, she doesn't give a shit till we win the first round of the tournament. And basically, the quest the queen gives is to just basically have you breed or collect a specific type of monster and then bring it to her. Um, Here's a cool little area where you actually sit down with your monsters and you can actually go and converse with them. And based on their attitude and actual like mood type, they'll react in specific ways. But that's all just cool little fluff shit. Let's get to the actual game. Apparently, this is an old woman. I uh, I never thought that. I thought she was just a sexy piece of ass. All right, so we need to start with G, and it's free, which is good because we're currently got no monies. A level 5 and 2 level 6s should be more than enough for us to handle this, I believe, but we will see. And this is a great opportunity to see a bunch of cool monsters we may be able to breed later. Not so much in this first match where he has specifically two Drakis and an Anteater. Alright, so we'll just fight this one out. So Bella fucking one-shots one. Unfortunately, now see, here's the problem with just doing auto attacks. If you notice there, my Bella one-shot an enemy Draki, and then Tong attacked and nothing happened. That's because Tong chose to attack the same Draki that Bella did, and that Draki no longer existed. But the problem is, you can't use special skills in the arena. It's all about raw power, so we just have to basically charge in and hope my guys target the right thing. But see, there's the thing. My entire team attacked that Draki, but only one of us was all required to knock it out. You can't choose individual targets, which is super annoying. Because that's what you need to do later on against the harder enemies, or you're just gonna get wiped by enemies who have like whole team attacks. You need to prioritize targets. Thankfully, Tong is super strong and Bella is alright. Like, Tong hits for twice as much damage as Bella. As an Anteater. He's just so much stronger. Here we go. A team complete of new monsters. He's the principal of the Master School. So basically, this is like the introduction. Hey, you're playing the rejects and the principal of the school. He has two Spookies and a Horky. So let's go crazy here. Slib gets goosebumps. So basically, he messed with my Slib and made it so that he wouldn't attack this turn because he's freaking out because he got licked. We should easily be able to handle this at our level. Oh, Tong got a critical hit, shouted out a battle cry. Hey, we have a new winner, Master Ash. Sweet. Now the queen has watched us fight and watched us win. I believe she will give us our first quest. However, as soon as we win it, the king summons us away. Which is a huge bummer because the king's a piece of shit. Oh, there he is. It's the king of the Great Log, I believe. What a cute little child. Were you playing with the king? That's creepy. He's a cocky son of a bitch. Excellent. So he opens 2 more travelers portals for us. A cheat. Whoop. I cheated. I said I wouldn't do that though. I feel bad. Not bad enough to not do it, but bad enough to feel it. Alright, so let's go see if clearing that arena opens up more of the world to us. So those guys moved out of the way, which is good, and let's go visit the queen. I don't think this guy will breed with us. He survived G-Class. Yeah, no, not yet. I think once you beat, like, F-Class or E-Class, that guy will let you breed with one of his monsters. Breeding with someone else is always good because then you don't lose 2 of your monsters. When you breed, the parents are released to the world. She likes to watch battled. I haven't paid a visit to the Starry Shrine. I haven't. The Starry Shrine. Is that the place where they breed? Maybe it's the place where they breed. And she won't talk to me till I've gotten down there and talked to the old man about breeding. I don't know. It's curious. It's been a long time. This game came out 16 years ago when I was 9. So, it's been a while. We can't go down any lower till we clear out 1 more. So that's the library. This is a shop, and this is like a bazaar out here that has several shops and little side quest places we can do. I just stole a tiny medal from him. This guy is a piece of shit, and he gets his comeuppance later. He gets separated from those treasure chests. We'll eventually be able to get out there to that portal. This actually is a portal here too. This is like a little side quest. If you sacrifice one of your monsters to this guy, well, give to him one of your monsters who has a flame technique, you blow up his barbecue and there's a world underneath. Yeah, and I believe right now that's all there is here. So let's just do a quick little skedoodle. Skedoodle. We're not going to the library. And we don't, well, never mind. We are, because I'm an idiot. The library actually contains books on breeding and monsters you've unlocked. Once you've unlocked so many monsters, the head librarian will unlock like a restricted section, which will tell you the recipes to breed stronger monsters. If we go down the well, there is a crazy like voodoo shaman. But he will not do his thing for us until we get a monster with an electric attack. And one of the fastest ways to get a monster with an electric attack is to get 13 tiny medals and get the Zap Bird. But we're not going to bother with any of that. We're going to go up the mountain. Whoop. Super sly. You know what? I really do not mind doing that. Alright, so he's opened this room now. Excellent. These places have some of my favorite bosses. We are going to save before. I'm not sure how far we are into the recording. I should have set a timer. Fuck it. We'll have a long video. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Loading screens. Alright, sweet. So that is some meat. However, in my level grinding, I completely filled up on herbs. So let me just speed delete some. Alright, awesome. Oh, There's some gold or a tiny metal. Tiny metal, tiny metal. Gold. Womp womp. Gold is important, and you do need it to challenge the tournaments. I really like getting the tiny metals. So Bella gets a critical hit. Good job, Bella. Ah, yes, so you all missed when I got Bella and gave her that name and made a pathetic Twilight reference. Ha, y'all missed a lot. I had my A game on in that video. So, monsters will occasionally just randomly follow you after a fight. Well, they'll ask you if they can come. Now, if there's a monster you're fighting that you specifically want to have come with you, wow, he hit it hard. You can feed the enemy monsters meat, and the meat acts sort of like a Pokeball. It increases the odds that at the end of the match, the monster will want to join your team. There's not many monsters I'm too concerned about at this stage of the game getting, besides the bosses themselves. I'm a sucker for boss monsters. Was this way a dead end? No. Alright. The portal's probably down here. Still have not figured out what button is the map. I lamented about that quite heavily in the video none of you will ever get to see, which is a bit of a bummer. There is a way to look at a map. I just don't have it. I'm not too concerned with getting this spooky, especially with, yeah, you know what? Nah, let's try. See, you give the beef jerky to all the monsters. So the real trick is to get the monsters down to where there's only one of them, and then give it to the one you want. We didn't get anything, but one of my monsters learned the ability to cast the spell Sleep, which is good. I mean, it's a status effect. It prevents one of the enemy monsters from attacking for a turn or two. It's okay. I normally don't spend time with non-offensive spells unless I'm doing a really hardcore fight. I mean, it normally would take like a boss or a super hard team for me to go, all right, we need status effects. How's everyone looking on health? Tongue is actually a little low. So let's give him some dank herb. Alright, he's back to full. Good, good, good. Oh, there's the portal. Alright, so we're on stage 2 now. Anything down here? I will be taking the portals the first time I see them, pretty much. Sometimes I will level grind and just wander around and try and get items and whatnot. I'm not that concerned this early in the game, especially since with Turbo, I can do level grinding outside. Oh, alright, I'm glad I came over here for the beef jerky. I can easily do Turbo level grinding off screen so that, you know, the videos stay manageable. Alright, so this is cool. So, occasionally while portaling through worlds, you'll find, like, rest stages. Sometimes there's a chest room, sometimes there's a shop, sometimes there's a church where a man will heal all your monsters. The cool thing is, these places will actually let you save your game. So, I can actually go into my journal and save here. You normally can't do that while in a Traveler's Gate. You can only do it at those designated safe zones. I normally would end the video there, but I am cooking, so I think it's better if we just finish this recording so I don't end halfway through a dungeon and then have to come back to it later. But see, sometimes, I mean, levels are short, and unlike something like Pokemon or Final Fantasy, the random rate for monsters is usually pretty manageable in Dragon Warrior Monster, in my opinion. I never feel bogged down with enemy monsters spawning. And I honestly think that that's a problem a lot of games of this style have. Like, I just went through like 5 maps without having a monster attack me, and it was great. And I didn't have to deal with all that bullshit of having to stop, watch a loading screen. Ooh, an acorn. A mystic nut. So acorns are super cool. They are like permanent status ups. I have beef jerky. I'm gonna totally use it here. They're like permanent increase to your monster's stats. The problem is though is that when you breed monsters, the monsters who are the parents leave. So I like to save any acorn nuts I get. at least for 2 or 3 generations, until I have a monster that I really like using, who's probably gonna stay around a lot. Uh, and that will happen because there are specific boss monsters that I really like. So I what I will do is I will breed that boss monster and I'll give that original name to all of its descendants. So I never forget which is the family tree of this monster. And there is one monster who I really like and who I will gladly give all of my acorns to, their descendants. So Tong needs to get herbed. So let's heal him up. This is actually a bit of a hard fight because these guys hit hard and they're around the same level I am. We need to take them out though. There we go. Hopefully one of them joins us. I would appreciate that. Nope, no one. Ooh. Alright. Bella's health is a little low. Yeah. I think Slibs is super low too at 35. Yeah, he's missing like 20 health. See, the whole issue with Slib is that he's a slime. And slimes have notoriously slow growth rates, but really high defense. So he'll level up slower than the other two, but he's a lot sturdier to begin with. Whereas Draki, or Bella, sorry, is a species with super fast growth rate. Oh, this is the boss stage. So there's Warabu, the guy who kidnaps our sister. He goes to try and enter the town that the boss monster is guarding, and the boss monster soundly beats the shit out of him. Boom! This is my favorite boss monster, the one I told you about earlier. This is Golem. You shall not pass. I am Golem, the protector of this village. Alright, so I really enjoy Golem. So he took a defensive stance. So he prepared for our attack, boost his defense and evasion. Oh wow, Bella got a critical hit with full force, and then Tong did a battle cry attack. Oh shit, he hit Bella with a crit too. Jesus, he's not gonna survive many more blows like that. We might herb Bella this turn. Now, you might ask, but why aren't you using Beef Jerky if he's your favorite guy? Boss monsters are either guaranteed to come with you or not. I believe they're written into the game to follow you. Certain boss monsters will always join your side. See, Golem Male has joined us. Yes, he may definitely join my party. Bam. And I will name him Golem because that is his name. I am going to send Tong back to base. Golem is a huge... He's all about defensive abilities that give him buffs and his team buffs. Yeah, you are powerful, but defeating me doesn't mean you can enter the village. So apparently the village was an illusion that Golem was summoning. And that's the reason no one can enter it. I never really got, like, the message behind that, but I did beat Golem. What the fucker? He's such a piece of shit. But Golem is easily one of my favorite monsters. And I'm super glad that we have him. Let's just swoop. There we go. Alright, so while this video renders, I'm going to eat and cook and upload it. And turns out one of the primary reasons I'm not able to record a lot is going to be away for the weekend. Someone I live with who sits in the same room I do a lot. So, I mean, it'd be super rude of me to just sit there talking to people. And I don't like swearing in front of that person. And I'll fucking swear like a goddamn motherfucking sailor to all you bitches. Uh... But, yeah. But they're going to be away for the weekend. So, hopefully I'll have the chance to do some super cool recording while I do some other work. Please comment, like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.